I think you should.
But how did you get, because I remember I had to ask you, because after my first session, which I'll talk about, I was like, wow. Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday. It's the 20th day of August, and I have a guest in studio, Dr. Immaculate. I met her a couple of months ago, and she really blessed my life. And this is the place where we talk all things lifestyle. So we want to hear about her story, how she started it, what she does, and it's going to be very interesting. Dr. Immaculate, welcome to Just Angie.
Asante sana.
I'm so grateful that I got to meet you.
Oh, wow. It was good to meet you too.
And you know, it was a gift, thank you. It was a gift. And I was like thinking, some people know how to really give good gifts. So somebody calls me up one day and says, oh, Pastor Angie, I want to give you a gift. I've paid for a session. I need you to go see Dr. Immaculate. She's a chiropractor. And I'm like, what? I was like, oh, okay. Then I said, okay, I'll go. But I didn't even, I think my vision of a chiropractor, I knew it had something to do with bones, but I thought it was painful. I didn't know what I had. I'd envisioned all sorts of things.
Oh my.
But then I came and I met you and I had such an amazing time. But maybe first you can tell us, who is Dr. Immaculate, what you want us to know about you, and what is chiropractic? Is there such a word?
Yes.
So it's chiropractic.
Chiropractic.
Excellent.
At least you've pronounced it well.
Thank you.
People do get it in different ways, but chiropractic, I am a chiropractor. That's the person practicing it, and it just basically means done by hands. So done by hands. That's what chiropractic means. Chiropracticos from Greek, the Greek breakdown for the word. I am with Immaculate, and now I don't know what to say. I am a chiropractor. I've done chiropractic for 13 years.
That's amazing.
And it's just fantastic. I think it's the best thing that God called me to do.
Definitely.
And chiropractic itself called me. Initially, I was not going to be a chiropractor. I'd never heard of chiropractic, actually. I am an artist.
Okay.
Yes, I paint, I weave, and I sculpt.
Wow. Paint, weave, and sculpt.
Yes, actually majored in weaving. I love weaving. Things done by the hands, fabrics, those get my attention. And that's what I was knowing I was going to do. Wow. In fact, the dream was to actually have a weaving industry. One day I will do it, actually.
I think you should. But how did you get, because I remember I had to ask you, because after my first session, which I'll talk about, I was like, wow. And then I had to ask, I think the second session, I said, how did you get into this? So maybe you can tell us, how did you get into it?
Okay. I had not heard of chiropractic before, as I've told you. I went to, after school, I went to do an interview for an IB scholarship because I wanted to do Form 5 and 6.
Really?
Yes.
IB?
Yes,
my daughter did IB.
And so in that process of being there, I met a lady. And she was one of the people who interviewed me on that day. So, needless to say, I did not make it, but I was told I was reserved in case
I'm
if
so
anybody.
Sorry, but you never know.
No, but that was God's way to get me there.
You see,
that was the platform He used
to get you.
So when we finished, she later wrote me a letter and asked me if I would like to do some part-time reception work in her office.
Wow.
And as a student, who doesn't want extra money of your
Everybody
own?
wants it. Yes,
Nobody will give. Mom won't give you. You're finished school. So if you can get your own, the better. And of course, I said yes. And I was like, chiropractic. This sounds like maybe some fungus, some strange thing.
Something very strange.
So I got there and I was ready to do pick a phone, talk to somebody, clean an office. There's no rocket science in that. But when I got there and I started now interacting with the patients, watching them as they came in, and they would go in there, she would do whatever it is she would do. I would just hear click, click, and a lot of laughter, and people would come out looking so bright and feeling so good, and it caught my attention. What happens in there?
In that room.
In that room. And so when we would clean the office, I would clean the charts. I look at them and I'm like, that's for the brainies, not for me. Because a lot of science, a lot of anatomy, and that was just not my strong point when I was in school. The sciences were not me. I'm an art person. But that caught my attention. I wondered, what is it that she's doing? Because she never gave medicine. No. She just did whatever she did, and people came out, and there's some that were critical. They would come in being carried.
Imagine.
Or maybe on a wheelchair. After several sessions, somebody is walking. I was wondering what goes on in there.
Wow.
Until one day I told her, I'd like to see what you do. And when I saw what she did, I was like, okay. I was waiting to see pizzazz, but I didn't see that. But so one day I went in when she was taking care of one of the staff members. And I was like, okay, I'd like to know what this is. So I told her, could you do that to me? And since I didn't have anything really going on, so she worked on me. But long story short is I didn't go back to front desk after a while because I would go in to help her. And when I was in helping her as she took care of her patients, I just connected. And I knew this is what I want to do. I want to take care of people using my hands.
Wow.
And just meeting people, talking with them without medicine, and to change someone's life. I knew this is what I want to do, and I told her I want to go to school. That's where the journey started.
And you went to school?
Yes, I changed. I did my undergraduate in something in fine art. I didn't do my fine art, and immediately I went to chiropractic school, and started actually from physics. I went back to college again to get the physics, the anatomies, the chemistries, those things that I didn't like in high school.
The things that you were saying that are not for you.
I said I'll do anything it takes to become a chiropractor.
Oh,
yes, to do this, if it means going through the biology again, the physics again, I will do it. And God helped me to do it. And when I got to chiropractic school, I mean, it was wow. But I think the greater part was when the first time when I came back home and I saw the first patient by myself is when I knew this is another part of my life that has started, and I've not looked back since then.
And you know, Dr. Immaculate, even as you explained that, and even when you were telling me, I said, one day I must have you on Just Angie, because it's such a God moment, such God incidents.
Yes.
You went to get a scholarship for IB, but you met now the chiropractor, who would then offer you to come and help out with her practice.
Yes.
You're interested in what people are doing in there. She allows you to observe a staff member, does the same to you. And you know, Dr. Immaculate, although I want to close so that we can come to next week, you know what you do is absolutely amazing. I don't think, I've not been to another chiropractor, maybe I'll try, but I have never experienced what I experienced with you. I know that because I'm a woman of God, I know that there can be a healing essence, but there's something about your gift. But what shocked me is the root that God used to get that gift out of you, that you had no idea that you were carrying.
She had confidence in me, and being the first person, even before I went to school, she allowed me to work on her even before I went to school, because after watching her take care of patients, one day I asked her, Daktari, who takes care of you? Can I take care of you? And she said yes, knowing that I have not gone to school.
I like that. Hold that thought. Wow, you're watching Lifestyle Thursday. Please join us next week as we continue this amazing story with Dr. Immaculate. God bless.